G'day guys, Darren Hart here from Shop and Earn Club again. Yesterday I recorded a video in terms of a walkthrough of the members back office, and me and my technical genius didn't discover until later that you couldn't actually see the cursor, so you couldn't actually see what I was talking about. So I figured let's have another go. So here we are once again in our back office area. So you've logged in successfully, and this is the first thing that you're going to see. So we've got our menu structure down the side here. Anywhere where you see those squares, those are basically like end pages. They go no further. Okay, but for instance, I'll click on welcome. That'll take you to a little bit of a welcome thing there. There's a little bit of a couple of videos there to have a look at to start with. Okay, if I look at tools and settings, where I've got that little arrow there, basically this is where the your basic functionality in terms of your own details, changing your password, changing your phone number, that sort of stuff is all amongst here. Okay, likewise the stuff that you put or that will actually appear on your About Me page is actually here under your website. So you'll notice here, for instance, I've got a little story here. That's what actually appears on the About Me page if I actually choose to publish that. Alright, so, and the other thing that we've got going on here is if we come back to the home screen, you'll see in amongst this several tabs. Okay, so this status tab basically shows us a news feed that's similar to Facebook, and will actually just show us what's going on inside of your organization, who's doing what, etc., etc. On this side here I've got where I'm at with my personal volume, and that's my discounts that I've generated month to date. So you see that I've just qualified there. I've got just over $20, so that's cool. I should be due for a rebate this month. And the group volume, I'm so 3 months down the track, and a few people in my organisation, I've got a group volume of $739. Okay, so that's not too bad at all. If I come further down here, I've got some other accounts and transfers and gift certificates and withdrawals. I'm going to come back and do individual videos on each of those. What I wanted to show you today was primarily the earnings tab and how we actually look at what we've actually earned to date and where we're at with rebates and entitlements. So you'll see here, if I look at period 16, okay, so that was last month, which was April 2013 for me. So I've only been in the organisation now 3 months, so May being commission period 17. So far to date I've earned $18.85 for this month. But if I look at last month, and I'll show you how that $17 was arrived at. Okay, so here I am. Last month I was silver, okay, because of the fact that my group volume was over $150. It was in fact $204, so my status is silver. That means that I'm entitled to a level 2, or what's known as a Unigen bonus, okay, and I'll get to that shortly. Okay, but in other things here, in terms of as a summary perspective, I've also sponsored 6 people. Okay, so I've got 6 people on my front line only. Alright, so if I look at personal rebate here, you'll see that I've got here multiple things of myself. This is where I've used my card, and this is the 30% entitlement against each one of those discount percentages accrued. So let's say, for instance, I bought a couple of burgers at Burger Wisconsin worth $20 odd, so that's that $2.55 worth of discount accumulated there. Okay, so I'm getting 77 cents of that back to me. Okay, just for the fact that I actually went and bought a couple of burgers and had them with my girlfriend. Right, so then if we look further down, here are the people in my front line that have been using the cards, and you can see at the moment I've only actually had 2 other people, alright, that have actually had active cards, but you can see that I'm getting 10% of every time they spend $1, or every time they generate $1 worth of discount, I'm getting 10% there as well. Okay, so 10% of $2.99, 10% of $4, 10% of $3.30, etc., etc. So all of that adds up in time. So that's $11.56 there. That's on my front line, okay, or my level 1 bonus. Now if I look at this Unigen, this is my level 2. So if I show you this here, I've got $6.14 in there, and that's because of the fact that the people that are on my front line, these 6 people here, they've sponsored various other people. Okay, so in this case here I've got I don't know, half a dozen, 7 odd different people here, and the majority of these folk are some of the retailers in Gisborne. Alright, but you'll see here that I'm getting 5% of whatever discounts are generated by these people as well. Okay, so that all adds up in time, and as my group volume increases, as this goes up, 300 is the next band, 400, 500, and so on and so on, therefore my percentage of entitlement also increases. So that's how that works. Alright, so at any time I can go back to my home screen over here, and this will actually take me back to where we started. Okay, so just to cover that again, how I got to that place was I went to earnings, I came across to the detail, okay, and that will show me the detail for that given period. Okay, very straightforward. So hopefully that will help you understand a little bit more about your back office, and also a little bit more about how the level 1 and level 2 rebate entitlements work. So we'll leave it at that for now. Cheers.